Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back. It is Monday today, crypto market overview. That's what we're gonna have on the menu through the eyes of the Bitcoin. We're gonna talk about the Bitcoin as we did last week, exactly 7 days ago. I was right here talking about the Bitcoin and give an overview on the market as a whole. And it was quite interesting because price action was about to activate a reversal pattern, head and shoulders reversal pattern. And boy, oh boy, how that went down. It's quite a story. So let's go right ahead, dive in. Last week, right, 7 days ago, exactly 7 days ago, I was here talking about a potential downside reversal. Also, I mean, both from a local scale and a larger scale potentially, right? And what we did was we analyzed the Bitcoin from a daily perspective, from a daily chart perspective, where we noticed that price action was starting to build a left shoulder, and later down the road we saw the head coming up, and then the right shoulder was under construction. And we were right here, 13th of January, exactly 7 days ago, and I was getting ready for a downside reversal for this head and shoulders pattern to get activated. And I thought it was going to happen, right? Because price action was starting to drill through that neckline, the same neckline that we have positioned here exactly 7 days ago. It's still right there. And obviously, we needed price action to give us a clear sign of this neckline breakdown. So as price action was starting to drill through that neckline, we were right here talking about it. And I specifically mentioned that we need at least a daily close below the neckline if we want to get involved in a short position. If we're going to be establishing a bearish campaign, we need the price action to give us that, that head start, right? By breaking below that neckline. Also, I mentioned that for price action to confirm a neckline breakdown, we also we would need a weekly close of the weekly chart, right? A weekly close below that neckline. So that's how it ended up, right? Price action kind of slicing through that neckline, but just before the end of the day, bouncing off pretty aggressively, right? So that alone suggested that not just that, the head and shoulders pattern had not been activated eventually, right, effectively, but also maybe it's not going to break down that neckline. It's going to use that neckline as a jumping board to catapult itself back upwards, right? That was the concern at that point. So obviously we haven't done anything because because that head and shoulders pattern had been activated, but still we kind of sat in the back seat and just watched what was going down, because sometimes price action is failing on the breakdown. It's testing that reference point, in this case the neckline, and even though it's failing the first time, sometimes it's successful on the second attempt or even the third attempt, right? So we just kept watching very closely, but here there was no second attempt, there was no third attempt. Price action from that point forward went into a complete upside reversal and a full-fledged upside move, right? And this is where we are right now. So price action already made it all the way to the tip of the head that we've defined, right? So at this point, it doesn't look like a head and shoulders pattern is going to be activated. Not at all. That's not the case right now. It's a completely different pattern. Now, at this point, we actually favor a continuation of this upside trend. So let's take a look at that from a bigger perspective, such as the weekly chart, for example. This is how it looks like. We see price action breaking above 101.852. Now that's a local resistance that got broken just a few days ago, right? On the weekly bar, you can see the breakout. Even this week, price action is using that same 101.852 to push itself off and forward. Push itself forward right off that level. You can see how it's using that to push itself upwards. Right? So now what's the upside potential? We might be asking, because at the end of the day, this is all-time high where we're at right now. So there's nothing above us to use as a reference, right? There's nothing above price action at this point right now. So we had to go and perform a Fibonacci projection analysis, because that could tell us the upside potential, and that could provide some resistance levels that we can work with. So the first one I would like to introduce is the 11,300, almost 300. It's 11,200. It's 112,897, right? So we can call it 112,900, just to round it up a little bit. That's the next big resistance key level that I think price action has the potential to go to. And that would be a simple 123.6% taken off the previous opposite move. So we're talking about the move coming off the highs of 108.362. That was the 15th of December. Talking about a month and some change ago. Right? Price action came off the top all the way to the bottom last week. Right? Lowest low, 89,000. So that's our reference move that we're going to be applying a Fibonacci projection analysis. So taking from the top to the bottom, 123.6 is right here, 112,900. Right? That's literally the next key level resistance right around the corner. But there's another one, more ambitious. We're talking about the key level resistance of 120,165. 120,165. That's even a bigger one. A more of a significant key level resistance that represents the golden ratio, which is 161.8% taken on the exact same move, right? It has to be taken on the previous opposite move from top to bottom. So same move, this time a bigger key level resistance as a projection, 161.8 will put you right here, 120,165. So these two key levels are going to be our potential targets for this particular upside push, right? So there's upside potential here with the Bitcoin at this moment. But I have to say this. We saw what happened last month. Last month, price action was starting to drill through 101.852, and it got way beyond that point, right? The highest high was 108,362, right? So that's like 7,000 points above our last line of resistance, 101.852. But what happened was, just before the end of the month, price action sunk. It tanked and ended up even negatively, but definitely below 101.852. So it remained inside of that local range. I have to say it might happen again, right? What happened last month, we might see that happening again. So another false breakout, or should I say fake out, trying to break above 101.852, but before the end of the month it will drop and stay inside. That's obviously going to be a strong indication for a downside reversal, We're not there yet. We still have 10 days to the end of the month. But yeah, this might be the case. So we need to keep a close eye, stay vigilant as far as, you know, establishing a bullish campaign right now, right away. I would like to have more evidence coming even from other leading coins that that is the case. We're moving into the next stage of this bull cycle. All right, it's going to be super interesting to come back here, follow up on this analysis. We'll keep you posted as far as the rest of the market goes. But that's where we are right now. That's our overview on the Bitcoin and on the rest of the market. So that's about that for today. Enjoy the rest of it, guys. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care.